So God bless you. Thank you for joining me. We're going to talk a little bit about the calendar today. And I've talked about this before because this is one of the first things that I recognized how much of our calendar was pagan. The days of the week, our names for gods and goddesses, the months, etc. So we know Pope Gregory changed the calendar. And when he did that, he married together the Christian things with some pagan things, and that's a whole nother story for another day. But the calendar was changed. And yes, we are not on God's calendar. All of that is true. But that lying prophet who says he heard from God or Jesus, I think he said from Jesus, that Joshua man who said when the fake rapture was, and now I think he's saying it's going to be October 8th. So I'm recording this prior to that because there isn't going to be a pre-tribulation rapture on October 8th or whatever date he says it is, because he says now he was on the wrong calendar. He's still a liar. And how do we know? Because no one knows. So regardless if you're using God's calendar, the Julian calendar, whatever calendar you're going to use, whatever it is, no one knows. So despite the fact that originally he maybe was on the Gregorian calendar, and now I don't know if he's using the Julian or the Hebrew, I don't know what calendar he's using, but despite that, despite whatever calendar he uses, he's still a liar and he's still wrong. And the date, which I think is the 8th, is still going to come and go with no pre-tribulation rapture because no one knows the hour or the day. Matthew 24:36, but not even that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Those are the words of Jesus. Jesus doesn't even know. This is what we expect to happen and anticipate to happen in these last days with more deception, because this guy is saying Jesus told him. Jesus came to him and Jesus told him, or however he got the information. He said Jesus told him. But there's going to be deception and people are going to follow it. So Jesus says in Matthew 24, verse 5, for many will come in my name saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. Now, he didn't say that he was the Christ, but he said he came in Jesus' name. He is a deceiver. He is a liar. And there were so many people who believed him the first time. I have no idea how many people are believing him this time. But it doesn't matter what calendar you use. No one knows. No one knows. Jesus said that. So be careful, because there are people who are going to try to deceive you. If you are in God's word, then you know what God's word says. And so, yes, it makes sense that Jesus would return in the fall because the fall feasts have not been fulfilled. That makes sense. But we don't have a specific date. Yes, Israel was formed as a nation in 1948. And if you think about the 80 years, yes, all of this makes sense that we are nearing the end. But we cannot give dates because Jesus says no one knows. No one knows. Jesus doesn't know. So if Jesus doesn't know, how could he tell this Joshua person? That doesn't make any sense at all. Be careful. People will try to deceive you, but be in God's word. Know what it says so that you cannot be deceived. So I think he's saying October 8th, that date is going to come and go. There will be no pre-tribulation rapture. And how many people's lives are going to be destroyed because of what this man says, because they're ignorant about the scriptures and they don't know that it says, or they let somebody talk them into something that was not true and believe something that is a lie. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.